Welcome to Qwertycast.
Private investigator, just in time.
No, shut up. We are do indie games, computer games, and everything in between. I'm Kenny. This is Andres.
Hi.
It's just us today. Yep. We're gonna do a little back and forth with you, or with each other, actually. But if you're listening, you can kind of participate and send us all of your replies as you reply them, and we'll put them in the next episode.
It's like Middle Ditch and Schwartz, but better and much more scripted.
Is it more scripted? Well, yeah, I guess it would be.
It's literally not improv at all, but there might be.
Okay, so Andres, why don't you go ahead and explain what's happening in this episode? Actually, I'll start. First of all, we didn't record last Sunday because we specifically were particularly outraged with everything that's going on in America as far as police brutality, racial injustice, white supremacy, all that not fun shit that was happening in the background and actually in the foreground. And really, we wanted to take a break and reflect and listen and do what we could. And now we've had a little bit of time, gathered our thoughts a little bit. We've done a little bit of research, and now we want to do what we can to give back. That still includes gaming. So we're ready. We're here. And Andres is queer. So here we go.
It's true.
Yes.
As two of the minority voices on this podcast, I feel like everyone really feels kind of like how powerful this whole situation is. And it felt so weird, like that Sunday that we wanted to record, and we just were not in the right headspace. I don't think anyone really was. And it's kind of hard to put yourself in the right space after everything that's happened. But, you know, we're both very vocal online in our own personal social media avenues. And I think what's really important is that, well, what's important to me at least is that, like, especially whatever we consider the mission statement of this podcast, is that we're still trying to give a voice to minority voices and people on the outlines. Like, the idea was that we don't highlight AAA games all the time, because there are people who are making games who don't get that kind of recognition, and that is the whole reason we wanted to talk about indie games in the first place. And you know, as this podcast grows, I think it's just really fun for all of us to really get to explore those kind of games, and also be able to reach out to people who otherwise would not get reached out to by like more major publications about what they're developing.
Yeah. I love it.
Exactly. But, you know, what I'm bringing to this podcast today is actually a lot of resources and opportunities for you, the listener, to be able to actually look at games and stuff that are being made by people that are, well, I don't know. I don't want to say they're all minority, but a lot of these games...
Would you say they're majority minority?
Majority minority, absolutely. It matters. It matters. And like... For those who say, like, I don't see color kind of thing, like, you should, because people do have, like, different perspectives and different situations, and we have to respect them. We have to actually listen to those people. You can't just talk over, and you can't just always insert your opinion. Sometimes you literally just have to listen.
And you're making a great step by listening to our podcast.
Exactly.
Even though that's not totally related or at all related.
So I'm
trying to throw jokes in, and some of them aren't landing.
It's okay. It's just the two of us. We'll riff. But I guess we want to just jump into it. We can throw ourselves into the indie pop, and I will talk about what I want to talk about.
Yeah, today. I love indie pop. You know what I love the most about indie pop, Andres?
The music.
And that is definitely not me stalling for time to get the music situated into place. I just really wanted to emphasize how good of work Gary did with all of this musical stuff. So without further ado, indie pop.
Bong, 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 bong. Bong. Doom, doom. So,
Yeah.
for this segment of Indie Pop, I really wanted to talk about something that really struck me as like really exciting and awesome, and I am sure at least half of you listening to this right now have heard about the Wholesome Games Direct.
Yeah.
This took place, well, basically, I'll read the blurb from their site. Wholesome Games is a massive group of independent developers and publishers presenting a showcase of games with chill vibes. This is not to be confused with the Nintendo Direct. This presentation was based off the Wholesome Games community on Twitter, and the focus of the community is to highlight games that are low stress and contain little violence and promote positive themes and representations of marginalized groups.
Dude, Andres, these games look spectacular. Like every single one of these games.
I've never seen a video like this. Is a half-hour video. The direct was a half-hour video of
here's just
games.
Here's just a little bit like
every single one I would want to play. Everyone.
Yeah. So, for example, some titles to be excited for: Button City, Errand Boy, Ooblets, which we've actually talked about.
We have.
Kind Words, Snacko, Chicory, The Spirit and the Mouse, Spirit for Mondo Museum, Bird Alone, Little Witch in the Woods, Winding World. There's so many.
There's so many. So the Direct actually highlighted over 50 games, and the Twitter itself continuously updates more and more Wholesome Games. The Twitter is _Wholesome Games. And on their Twitter, they have a link to their link tree, which I think is something that we could even incorporate. Their link tree is basically just a site, a page that has their website, hashtag, Twitter, Discord, Insta, Steam, merch, YouTube, and Facebook. It's really well, like, it's encompassing a lot of different things. Point being, I really appreciate every single person who worked on this Direct. I appreciate every single person who worked on every game that was showcased in this Direct. Wholesome Games is not just QC games. They let players express love and compassion through gaming, which is something that I really look for.
Did you say not juicy games?
Not cutesy games.
Oh, cutesy games.
Cutesy,
okay.
Exactly. They're not just like Wholesome Games aren't just cutesy. They're like there's so many reasons a game can be wholesome.
Yeah.
Like first and foremost, it's not just bloody attack and defense massacre type of gaming. There's once you take that out of the you know, like of what you're trying to achieve in your games, there's just, I think, a lot more that you can do if you're not just focusing on trying to like kill the enemy.
Do you have any game that stands out to you more than the others?
Literally so many. So
okay, name your top two.
Okay, well, I'm gonna look through this list real quick.
I'll tell you a couple of mine. I saw.
Okay.
One, there's Pico. I think it's how it's pronounced, which is a tea making simulation game about countryside town of cats and tea houses.
That's really cute.
Right. That's like everything. That's just pieces. Also, to kind of be a more abstract version of that is Rainy Season, which not to be. I was going to say not to be confused with Heavy Rain, and then I was like, wait, that's not confusing. Rainy Season is a story of an ordinary family spending time at home during a storm. Listen to the rain, spend time with your family, and see for yourself how an ordinary day can lead to an extraordinary moments. And the reason that stood out to me is because of the screen cap or the thumbnail that they used is this like black kind of ethereal being that's standing amongst a bunch of boxes in an attic, maybe.
I think that one was also kind of about anxiety.
Awesome. Yeah.
Yes.
Love it. But yeah, there's so many, like right next to it, Calico, also looks
Yes.
really amazing.
I'm sorry, screw your favorite two. I'm just gonna
Okay,
list the ones that I really wanted to talk about.
do it.
So
Yeah,
HOA.
bastard.
This one was highlighted at the end of the direct. It literally looks like a platform made by the Miyazaki like Ghibli films.
Oh yeah.
That one looks really cute. Button City that you mentioned, it's really really cute. It's friends trying to save their local arcade from being shut down. It has a lot of 90s kids movies homages. Ooblets, which you mentioned we have talked about
Hey,
before,
I said two. I'm just kidding. You can keep going.
dance off battles. That's all I want to say about Ooblets. It's like creature collection like Pokemon, but you actually do dance off battles. Chicory,
Holy shit.
where you color the world. Mondo Museum, which is a museum designer. Little Witch in the Woods, which
It's
you
a
basically
heartwarming
play
life sim
like,
about Ellie with a witch's apprentice. She makes potions, study
and you
magical
kind of look like
creatures.
Hermione. It's really cute. It's also
Mm-hmm.
from South Korea. Um, Toem, Toem, all caps. You take photos of Scandinavian inspired landscapes. Toko Toko, which looked really cool. It's actually available now, and it's all augmented reality.
Tracks the train set game, create colorful
Hmm.
railway systems, decorate beautiful
Calico,
towns.
like you
I know.
mentioned, magical girls, cat cafes, and cuddly animals. Rebuild the town's cat cafe is the plot. Um,
Wow.
this game that I actually found and I wanted to talk about before I even found the direct, Weaving Tides. Basically, you are this like bird type creature that you're basically weaving
Oh. Sorry,
different
go on.
like patterns. It's beautiful. It's just beautiful.
Dude,
Um,
a fold apart.
a fold
A
apart
fold
looks
apart.
so cool. That looked
It's a
so
puzzle game that
creative.
explores the emotional roller coaster of long distance relationship in a world of folding paper. Damn.
Another awesome game that I really want to play is called
Skatebird.
Old. Do you want to just take over?
No, go ahead. I just had a skateboard. Oh my god, sorry.
Oh my god, I'm
I
gonna
think
punch
that's the last one. I don't know though. I can't predict him.
you. Old Friend Dog Sanctuary. It's actually based off of a famous Facebook
Oh.
group about the same actual dog sanctuary. And yes, you can pet the dogs in the game.
Aw.
And then Frog Song, which is basically it kind of to me it looked like Night in the Woods meets an action adventure. I really
Frog
want to play that
Songe.
as well. Um, why do I have games got WD exclusive video content? Oh, okay. It looks like there's actually a lot of games that came on the Wholesome Direct that got exclusive trailers that were exclusive to the Direct itself. So check that out. Check out their Twitter. Check out their Discord. Their Discord is very awesome as well. They have a lot of different channels. They talk about the games that they've highlighted. They have a lot of channels for the community. The Wholesome Direct itself was published in a lot of different languages, including Brazilian Portuguese, English, Dutch, French, German, and Latin American Spanish. And so, oh, and one other really awesome thing about this is that they had an AMA on Reddit in the r/girl gamers with some of the people who developed the direct, Esme and Jenny, who were from Wholesome Games, and Victoria, who's from Kit Fox Games, which I think you should also check out Kit Fox on Twitter because they have a lot of really great stuff.
Yeah,
Kit
I'm just
Fox also
following.
brings you Mondo Museum. So
I- I'm just following all of these
I
developers
know,
now.
right? There's so many people to follow from this alone, and me personally, I'm really excited to actually have an opportunity to have an avenue of more minority voices, female voices, POC that are making games, and that's one of the main reasons I like doing this podcast as well, is because it gives us an opportunity to like productively research this kind of thing and talk about it on the podcast. And so I guess the other thing I really wanted to talk about was that there's a lot of other resources for supporting people of color and minority voices in the gaming world that I didn't really know about until I started looking into it. And, these are resources that we should all be supporting because they're not supported as well as they are, as other people are. For one, Black Girl Gamers has a Twitter. And Black Girl Gamers is highlighting black women's voices in gaming, advocates for
Heightening.
DNI. Oh, it is heightening. My bad. Heightening black women's voices in gaming. Home to Black Girl Gamers' global community of over 6,000 members. Anykey.org advocates for diversity and inclusion in gaming. They have a website, obviously. IneedDiverseGames.org. They seek to discuss, analyze, and critique identity and culture in video games through a multifaceted lens rooted in intersectionality.
Wow. Cut this out, Gary. Put this in. Waiting for Andres.
So check out the Game Devs of Color Expo. That is coming out still virtually September 19th in 2020. That'll be really exciting. I'm definitely going to tune into that. There's also POC in Play. POC is an independent organization creating a range of initiatives and program of events designed to increase the visibility and representation of people of color in the video game industry. They say we aim to work with industry, educators, and other diversity organizations to create more opportunities for all. There's also, and I believe this is actually my last point, Gameheads. Gameheads, based out of Oakland, California, uses video game design, development, and dev ops to engage, prepare, and train low-income youth and youth of color ages 15 to 24 in the Bay Area for careers in tech and video game industries, which I think we all know that the video game industry is most prevalent in California. So that is a good place to establish that kind of team. I'm really excited to continue to follow all of these groups through social media because, there's just so many people.
Because they're pretty rad, Dad.
Yeah, they're pretty fucking rad, Dad. And hopefully we will be able to play some of those games on Twitch and even get some of those devs to talk to us in more
Please
intimate
talk to us.
discussions. Talk to me.
Oh. So I should be. Please, wait. Please talk to us.
Please. No, okay.
Please talk to us.
So, honestly, kind of going back to the Wholesome games.
I give you consent to talk to us. And you should take that and use it
in your pocket.
And put it in your pocket.
Stick it in a rocket and
then
fly it to space.
And then when you find Musk's Tesla, then you can bring that back, and that'll be the key to get into the Qwerty bunker.
Yeah, ask him for the next Grimes album. Where are you? Where is it? Are you just sending it to aliens? I fucking bet you that Grimes would pull that kind of thing. It's like, my next album is out, but I'm only sending it to aliens.
Yo, I see it.
Yeah, right. But yeah, so there's, I mean, just re-listen to everything I just said. Check out those sites. There are so many people to support right now. I mean, everyone's home. So everyone's like, the gaming industry doesn't really get hit by something like this. If anything, it flourishes. And if anything, this is a great opportunity for us to support more marginalized groups in gaming.
Was this, is that indie pop or is that more news?
It's a bit of both, because indie pop is indie games in pop culture, and like, what is more pop culture right now than what's going on with everything?
That's true. That's a good point. Oh, I figured I'd include both songs then,
Fair.
just to keep it going. Because I have something, just a game that I wanted to highlight that's not necessarily news or indie pop, but where do I put it? That's my question.
Great.
Do you have an answer?
Wait, where do you put your what you
Or
were
should I
gonna
put
say?
this game? Yeah.
I think indie news is our kind of catch-all for any host who really talks about that. So, shoot.
Well, okay, bam, bam. I'm gonna talk about a game called Songs for a Hero, which is a game that is
There goes
it's a
my
classic
hero.
platformer
Watch it as he...
with a twist, a dynamic soundtrack, and I quote, funny lyrics that sings the player's actions and respond to what is happening during the adventure. If you just check out the trailer for it, you'll see what I mean. It's pretty entertaining. Developed by Dumativa Game Studio,
What's it called?
Songs for a Hero. And I think they are a Portuguese company because...
Oh, you were telling me.
Yeah. But I could be wrong on
Why
that.
do you think they're a Portuguese company?
Because of the other title, which is... I can't say it because I can't say it. You say it.
Wait, remind me. What
Oh my
was it
God.
called?
No, you just and look at it. Just ALENDA. Alenda.
Where did you post it? QWERTY hosts?
I don't think I posted.
Why did I even look it up? How did I look it up?
I told you the title and you looked up the name.
Songs for a Hero. Oh, okay, I see. A lenda do eroi. That's how I pronounce it.
Eroi.
Eroi. But eroi, like the O has an accent.
Eroi.
Eroi. Eroi. Oh, a lenda de eroi. Probably.
Dumativa.
Say again?
Dumativa.
Dumativa meaning...
That's the game studio.
Oh, cool.
The
cool.
developer.
Songs for a Hero. This looks dope.
Oh, Rio de Janeiro.
Rio de Janeiro. De Janeiro is like, you say that faster.
Rio de Janeiro.
God.
Rio de Janeiro.
Rio de Janeiro. That's classic Brazil. Classic.
Anyways, I was right, and it's Portuguese. That was my whole point. But I checked out the game. It's very cute, very fun. It describes exactly what you do as you do it, which is interesting. And not quite to the extent as Stanley Parable, where like if you just like wait there, the game would be like, and I'm waiting, and I'm waiting.
Does he really?
No, he doesn't quite do that. That was the only thing I was kind of bummed about because I got myself hyped for it. But it's for more or less scripted, and as long as you keep moving the story forward, you're gonna still get that funny commentary on what's happening, and it's still well scripted, and it's a fun game and very simple. And that's
nice.
Kenny's Corner.
Hey. Which
That's
we
all
were going to call Cam's Corner, but he hasn't come on since I came up with that name.
So since we'll put his music in here too, just so that we
everyone in spirit.
Everyone's here in spirit, and we got some weird shit going on just in general.
We really do. Like the world does, and we do. It's hard to come to this and want to just like turn on you're happy.
It's hard to come to this and want. No?
No.
No, you don't agree?
No, I just didn't get it.
Oh, you don't, like, it's hard to just want things right now. There's like
true,
so many...
True. I thought you were making a joke.
I mean, I was, but I was also making a statement.
Fair. Yeah, I mean, it really is though. Like, I don't know. I mean, that Sunday, That Sunday where we were really initially meant to record was just rough. Like, I was trying to come to this being like, hey, we can talk about wholesome games, it'll be fun, but
Yeah,
just nobody was in the right headspace, and I mean, obviously, like, if anything, I consider this episode a good timestamp as to like where we are in
absolutely.
society and what exactly is happening. Like, I'm gonna love to come back to this
Yeah,
however many years later and just be like, this is what we talked about, this is what was happening.
yeah,
Because we're in
and
a
it's
this is a perverse experience. Not only
uh,
COVID, but everything that's happening with the protests. And I'm just so proud of people right now. I'm really am.
and it. I mean, who knows? Like maybe a year now, we'll still be going with we'll still be fighting or
Yeah.
whatever because
No, this is yeah.
there's a lot of work to do, and
It is a
like
lot.
like you said, on top of a pandemic,
On top of a
it's
pandemic, we're trying to undo 400 plus years of internalized systematic racism. And anyone who doesn't believe that, I'm sorry. Go away.
I'm not sorry.
I'm not sorry. Fuck you. Like, it really is. And if you don't recognize it, check your privilege and listen to somebody else speak for once. There is so much going on. If you're in denial and you're listening to this and you're trying to, like, step away from it, I'm sorry. There is no way to step away from it. There's no way to, like, exclude politics from your life because every aspect of your life has politics in it. And if you think it doesn't, then you are privileged.
And not to mention that uh, this systemic racism specifically is more of a morality thing than it
Mm.
is a politics thing. So think about that.
Cue music.
Hey, here it comes.
Systematic racism music.
This is not the systemic racism. This is more of us talking about what's up because now we
True.
very casually moved into what is up
It's true.
because this is all happening very, very quickly, and
Yeah.
it's a lot to take in. And I think it's good for us to be able to vent and still talk about games. But speaking of games, let's just go into that really quick again. What have you been playing? What have you been like distracting yourself with?
What have I been playing? Well, we tried a bit of King Arthur's Gold together
Mhm.
as a group, which was really fun. I really loved that there were a lot of people who were still playing that. You and I decided to jump into
Yes.
Ibn Ob,
Oh my god.
which was, oh my god, like,
That
if
stream is still up.
if anyone,
I want to highlight some of the stuff on that stream because we have. If you've ever wondered why Andres and I do this podcast together, watch that stream and you'll understand exactly.
it's all on Twitch.
Yeah, like however long we've been friends, 10 years worth of
No, has it been 10 years?
friendship. I don't know.
No.
When did I
we
meet you?
When did you transfer into that program?
2012, I think.
2012. Okay, so I probably met you in 2012. So
Yeah.
8 years at least. What do
Yeah.
we do for our decade friendship?
Let's. I have an idea, but maybe you shouldn't say it on here.
Oh, okay. Why is it sexual?
We've already done that one.
Oh, true.
Poker.
What?
Sure, wait, it was strip poker specifically.
Oh, I thought you said hooker.
Oh no, I've done that too. Wait, no,
Yeah.
I haven't.
Me neither.
Nope, neither of us have done that.
But honestly,
Except
like,
Andres.
oh my god, just Ibn Ob. Well, so basically, we played that a lot in college, or well, I actually think I was out of college at that point, but we were.
Were you?
Well,
Oh,
I was in between,
you were. Yeah.
and so when we were living together, Kenny and I obviously were obsessed with each other, and we would just like hang out with each other every day. One of the games that we played,
Is that what you saw it as?
I mean, yes. I mean, when I wake up and open my door and you open your door and we look at each other and we're just like, games? Games.
Gams.
I consider that being obsessed with each other.
I
But we
don't
played this
know. I
game.
consider it not having anything better to do. But that's okay. Whatever.
I love you. So, video games. Ibn Ob was so much fun, but we actually did get stuck. and I guess we've just
Oh my god, yeah, we got stuck on.
we got big brain since, and so
Yeah. Well, I don't know. That might be that might be a little
that's
generous.
a scientific term.
Big brain.
And we continued to play Ivanov very recently on Twitch, and it was just such a fucking hoot. Like,
Gary, can you put a like an extra sound enhancement on Big Brain? Thanks.
What kind of sound does that make? A squish?
I don't know, like big. No, ew. No, I mean like Big Brain.
Big brain.
Yeah. Every time we say big brain, it has to have this effect on it.
We've said it too much. That's too much work for Gary.
Thanks. This is why we love Gary. Thanks, Gary.
It's true. Oh wait, did he just message us? Oh,
He heard us.
A big ol' heart fart.
That's a heart.
Heart. But
all right, what else
Ivanov
we
is
got?
so much fun. Yeah, that's also an indie game. Wait, while we're here, I might as well just actually look up who made Ivanov, because it is an indie game, I hope. Ivanov
Totes
is a puzzle platform video game developed by Sparpweed Games for PlayStation 3 and Microsoft Windows. It began as Richard Bowser's graduation project and debuted in Indiecade in 2008. Nintendo's Switch version was released in March 5th, 2020.
Wow.
And it's online, so we didn't even have to use Parsec for this. We just got to play online, which we didn't even know because we used to play locally years and years ago.
True.
Agreed.
True. Agreed.
Yes.
I've been playing. I've actually been playing a lot of Rocket League.
Is that considered AA?
Yeah, I mean, I would say at this point it's AA. It started out as indie, now it's kind of AAA, so AA. But I was in a league, a diet league, as it's called. Yeah, and I've been playing in that. I'm not very good, but it's been fun. Because the way the whole league has worked is everyone gets a chance to play with someone else in the league at least once. Mm-hmm. So the teams are different every time. So you're not almost never face against the same people, almost never play with the same people. Mm-hmm. So it's super, super crazy.
That's awesome. I just love how like Ivanov we played at that exact same time. Rocket League had just come out in 2013 or 14 when we lived together. And it's just crazy to me that it's like still so big. And it's like just gotten so much bigger.
Yeah.
So kudos to the people of do you know who created Rocket League?
Sure do. The creators of Rocket League go by the names.
He totally just Googled this.
I'm not Googling it.
Yes, you
God,
are.
give me a break. You got to give me some like recognition, some respect in the work that
Googling
the
it. This
seriousness
is
that I put into this podcast. The developers is obviously Psyonix and Panic Game Buttons. And yeah, the designer is Corey Davis. If you really want to dive into it, I have that knowledge in the back of my head as well.
Since you clearly have all of this in the back of your head, just tell me more.
Yeah, okay. The composer is Mike. I actually don't know how to say his name very well. Maybe Alt, like Ault.
You've been playing this game for so many years, you know how to pronounce his name?
I don't know how to pronounce the composer's name. I'm sorry. And if you don't know what it is, I'm not explaining what this game is because it's just soccer rocket cars.
True.
Actually, so there, you got me to explain it anyways.
Soccer rocket.
Soccer rocket.
Soccer
rocket. Soccer rocket.
Ah, God damn it, Jinx. That's good. What other games have I been playing?
I've actually been playing. What was I playing?
I've been playing a lot of Risk of Rain 2 still.
Yeah, and we mentioned King Arthur's Gold at the beginning of this. We played golf with your friends, and we played. Me and Cam have been playing Terraria a lot.
Yes. I need to. You keep playing that when I'm like going to bed.
Well, that's
But
because that's the time to play Terraria.
it's true. I do
Join
want to
us.
try to check in on Terraria. Like, I
And
never played it except for that one time with you in college, but I know that the
there's a
newest
lot of
update,
updates,
which
yeah.
was the last update that they said they were going to come out with.
And we have we usually stream Terraria on our Discord every time we do it. So if you want to check it out,
Join our Discord,
join our Discord,
which you can find through the Twitter.
the Twitter.
The Twitter.
Yeah, we just added emojis to our Discord. In case you're wondering, it looks pretty.
That was a whole ass thing.
It was a whole ass thing. Anything else, Andres?
I'm not too sure.
That's all my game stuff I got.
Yeah, pretty much. I kind of like went through all of what I was going to talk about, and what's been going on.
Oh my god! You know we have to talk about that. You have to talk about.
Tell me. Oh yeah. Wait, okay. So that was Happy's, Humble Burger Barn.
Play that funky indie game book club music, Gary. Yeah.
Happy's Humble Burger Barn, which Dave and I got to play together on Twitch, was a horror slash fast food simulator. And it was pretty quick, but it was actually really impressive. It starts off with some really low graphic experiences of like giving people burgers, and you're just kind of like, all right, somebody didn't put a lot of time into this. And as it goes on, you clearly see that there was a lot of time put into this and a lot of fun, creepy.
Oh my god, all the heads. No spoilers.
That was the turning point for me, where I was just like, oh, no.
I actually didn't get a chance to play it. I ended up getting really busy, but I loved watching you guys play it. Yeah.
Oh, you did? That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that was a good game, and it was short, but I was
GG.
like,
no read.
Yeah, I was really excited just to think about like what this game could be if it expanded. So Happy's Humble Burger Barn, please check out that demo by the time this comes out. Hopefully there's like more updates to it.
Would you say that it's kind of like Five Nights at Freddy's, but you can move around?
No, because it's not as focused on the animatronics.
And I guess it's not as focused on like protecting yourself.
Exactly.
It's just things happen around you and you react to them.
Yeah. And they're just like there's a lot going on in there. Just check it out, honestly.
Well, thanks for listening. Thank you for listening. We are Qwertycast podcast. You know that because you're listening to us and you're at the end. Unless you skip to the end, which would be kind of weird, but I forgive you. Andres, tell them what they won.
You've won a brand new Mercedes-Benz. Just kidding. I have no money.
Haha. So funny.
JK. GG Nori. I don't know.
GG Nori.
I'm not a good gamer.
Well, thanks for everyone for tuning in, and especially thanks to all of our Patreon subscribers. And if you want to interact with us more, Patreon's a good way to get more exclusive access with us, including Discord benefits, free entries to all future raffles, exclusive content, and more. Thank you to our audio mixer and musical master, Gary. And if you want to talk to us or support us, we're on Discord, Twitter, Patreon at Qwertycast. And if you want to email us at QWERTYCastmail@gmail.com, you can.
Nothing's
we love you.
Stopping you. Please.
We love you, and we hope you stay healthy and safe and fight for what is right. And play games.
Yes. Thank you for listening. We love you, and QWERTYcast out.